Air Canada and WestJet are the two biggest and most influential airlines in Canada, and due to that, they have definitely sparked lots of debate about which of the two airlines is better. Although the true answer comes down to personal preference and where you live, in this video I will give my honest opinion on which of the two airlines I prefer to travel with. I have taken over 30 flights on both airlines, and one thing I tend to notice is WestJet can lack consistency in some areas. I find that the interiors and what they offer on certain variants of their 737s can vary a lot. For example, if you get put on one of their 737 Maxes, you could get a layout with nice seats and 30 inches of pitch. This is personally my favorite WestJet layout, along with the one on their 737-800s. But another layout on the Max has 28 inches of pitch, which is one of the least amounts you will find on any major airline. For a comparison, Air Canada offers around 30 to 31 inches on most of their aircraft. And on WestJet's 737-700s, you can find an outdated cabin, cramped seats, and no free Wi-Fi like they advertise. This isn't to say all WestJet planes are bad. They do have plenty of good layouts like the one I mentioned earlier and the one on their 787 Dreamliners. You can check what type of plane you're on by clicking flight details when booking and scrolling down to see the aircraft type. As I mentioned earlier, both airlines also offer free Wi-Fi. But as of now, not all WestJet planes have it. Most of the 737-800s are waiting for it, and it has not been added to any 737-700s. Right now, 85% of Air Canada's fleet offers free Wi-Fi, compared to WestJet's 55%. Moving on to prices, I will say WestJet is usually slightly cheaper, and especially if you're flying in most of Western Canada, but you can still commonly find Air Canada fares for cheaper. I will make a separate video for this, but Air Canada's Aeroplane Reward program is generally considered better, and also in my opinion better than WestJet's rewards. Although if you live in certain parts of Western Canada like Alberta, Saskatchewan, or Manitoba, the comparison becomes a lot closer. If we're talking about route network, domestically the two airlines are very similar, but routes to the United States or anywhere internationally, Air Canada wins by a long shot. Air Canada serves almost 200 destinations over 6 continents and was one of the founding members of Star Alliance, meaning they have partnerships with many other major airlines. The only place where WestJet really competes is flying out of Calgary and routes from Western Canada to Asia. Lastly, we will talk about on-time performance. This category, in my opinion, is actually much closer than people think. I would slightly give the edge to WestJet because most of the time when flying Air Canada, you will go through major hubs like Toronto, Montreal, or Vancouver, where there can be lots of delays. But since Air Canada has a much larger route network, they have many more flights they can put you on if something goes wrong, which WestJet can't always do. Although since WestJet has a smaller route network, that means they have less cascading delays throughout the day. Now for my decision. I think both airlines are solid options and both have great products, but my personal favorite is definitely Air Canada. I find they just beat out WestJet on many small things, but that is not to say there's nothing WestJet does better at. If you like this video, like and subscribe to see more reviews and videos like this.